Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we're going to be looking into what messages you need to receive for the next 45 days, okay? And I cannot believe we are already at the end of July, like more than half a year is already passed by, and wow. Okay, so of course you can choose according to the feathers. And yes, I am going to be including the plates because I get reminded like every day, and yeah, I love the plates myself, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, so of course you have 3 piles. Take your pick, and then we start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, these are the messages that you need to receive for the next 45 days. And I'm just placing this intention that the next 45 days are going to be blessed for you. We start, of course, with our moonology. And for you, interestingly, a personal issue is going to be reaching a resolution. So especially if you've been having disagreements with members of your family or friends who are absolutely close to you or friends who are like family, then of course those issues will reach resolution, and this resolution will be in a way that you will be happy about. Okay, it's not going to go against you, it's in fact going to be going in your favor is what I'm seeing. But any personal issues will be out of the way for you. Of course, we'll take your tarot. Okay, wow. You have strength, you have the Emperor, 4 of Cups, and 9 of Cups. Okay, now clearly you are like probably the strongest person in the room, and I feel like that is a vibe that is going to be continuing into your life. See what is happening, maybe because of life or because of circumstances, you've toughened up. And it's almost like, nothing can defeat you now. Nobody can defeat you now. Whatever plans you're making for yourself, you have it in you to make sure that they reach the concluding stage and you emerge the winner. Nothing that comes your way is actually going to, make you feel helpless or make you feel victimized is something that I'm really getting here. Of course, health-wise, I feel like I really want to give you a good news because your health is improving. And in fact, health is going to consistently improve now as you go through, because I feel like for a couple of you, the health issues that you're facing in your life are relating to your emotions. Maybe certain issues with your family are like weighing in on your mind, or certain things are stressing you out and that affects your health. Maybe that has been the case for you, and because you're toughening up and maybe because you're emerging strong, that is also moving out of your life. Now, certain firm planning is what I'm seeing for a couple of you. So important decisions may also be something that you need to take in the next couple of days, but you're going to be able to take it beautifully, and the decisions that you're now going to be taking are going to be based on logic and are going to be ones that are most right for your life and not necessarily for the life of somebody else is coming through. Okay, there is a little bit of emotional disconnect that is happening here, right? And I'll tell you this emotional disconnect is actually a good thing for you. Normally I would tell you, maintain a balance, but right now for you, this phase that you're in is actually working to your best interest. You're also moving out of difficult times is what I'm seeing here. In certain cases, you may find that certain things are leaving you like, unsatisfied, or maybe you want certain situation to change very quickly and that is not happening, which is making you feel like, oh, why is this happening? But remember, as with all things, everything happens according to a person time. Things are already getting better and they will get better consistently, but certain things are not making you happy over the next 45 days is what I'm seeing here. But giving you things on the flip side, there is one wish that you were holding very true to you that is coming true. Certain desires will be met. There will be occasions where you feel like, oh, this is the good life. You're going to be having a lot to be grateful for when it comes to life over the next 45 days. But something is leaving you very, 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 very happy. Yeah. All right, now what is happening is you're moving out of certain situations, consciously disconnecting with certain family members or certain issues. Once again, maybe it is resolving and you're moving away. That is there. For a couple of you may change your residence or think about changing your residence or job. That is also possible because you're done with certain situations and you're like, okay, that's it, there is nothing much for me to learn here or experience here, and I want to move on. So that moving on aspect is strong for you. Now, with regards to your career, you have to trust yourself. If you feel like certain career decisions are right for you, take them. And of course, it can even involve changing your job. If you feel like, okay, maybe this will help me in the long run, do that, because it is your gut feeling that is going to be right for you with regards to your career path and also your dreams. But remember, prophetic dreams may be possible for you, or you may get guidance via your dreams, so pay attention to that as well. With regards to everything, you know what is best for you and make the decisions according to that. Now, please make sure over the next couple of days you are giving yourself time for rest and rejuvenation. So once again, as I mentioned already, because of certain personal issues healing, you're getting better health wise, so please assist yourself in that process and give yourself that rest and rejuvenation that you seek. That will help you a lot in the long term. And especially for a couple of you, if you can take up a health routine, especially this can be in the form of yoga or certain exercises, aerobic, zumba, that will be great for you. And for a couple of you, you may actually actively head in that direction is coming through. Now, over the next 45 days, you may actually realize what your life purpose is. And maybe once you realize your life purpose, you'll move away from things that are not aligned to it, that is there. But you now know what you're here to do. And once a person knows what they're here to do on planet Earth or when it comes to their lifetime, then things almost become easier for them. Now, you have to be careful about something. There is somebody in your life that sort of drains you, of your energy, that drains you of your power. Probably these are people who are like very negative in everything. They speak negatively, they behave negatively, and they suck your energy out. So please be careful about energy vampires, especially for the couple of days, and especially because your health is already getting better. Don't let them affect you in a way that is not right for you. So move on from them, move away from them if you can, but don't let anybody else deplete your life force is coming through. And once again, cleaning up. Now, it's got to be important for you in the next 45 days to get your act right. See, for you, cleaning up here is not about cleaning up your home, cleaning up your closet, or cleaning everything up. Of course, if you can do that, that is great. But this is about cleaning up things within you. What is still pending? Because remember, you're like fulfilling one part of your life and moving on to another. So clean up everything that doesn't belong. Whether this is emotions, clean it up. Whether this is people, clean it up. Whether this is, certain things about your work, clean it up. Don't keep anything pending, because the next 45 days are almost about, wrapping things up for you. Like being done with things, putting them to rest and moving on is what is coming through. I'm gonna, shuffle on camera for a couple of extra messages for you. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Everlasting success is assured if you remain honest and true. Now again, oh wow, you had this message already. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Once again, everlasting success is assured if you remain honest and true. So when it comes to your career, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you happy doing what you're doing, or do you want to move on from it and move on? Okay, honest answers with yourself and honesty with yourself will help you. And once again, remember, I told you, you're going to be fulfilling your life purpose, or at least realizing what your life purpose is. Then honesty is the clearest answer to it. Yeah, and let's see what's more. Be ready, the best is on its way. So as I mentioned, you're becoming so strong, you're wrapping things up, you're cleaning up your affairs already in the next 45 days. And once you clean up, the best is obviously going to be on its way. So I feel like that little things that are making you unhappy, they won't be there forever. So, just move on from it. Remember who you wanted to be. Okay, now your life purpose is very linked to who you wanted to be as a child. Okay, or what you wanted to be when you were growing up. So that is a clear-cut answer. So sit down with yourself and ask yourself, who did you want to be? Or what did you aspire to be like when you were a child or as a young adult? Because I feel like your life purpose is very, very related to it. Return quietly now and be at peace. Once again, rest and rejuvenation. So when you feel like, okay, I'm too busy, or life is getting too tough, or, certain relationships or certain people are draining your energy, please return to peace quietly instead of engaging with them. Okay, I'll give you the blessings when it comes to your tea leaf cards. Family matters, once again, as I mentioned in the very first one, certain things are going to be resolved. So of course I feel like once again they're going to be family matters. And look at this is a seahorse. If you've ever seen a seahorse, they just stand in one place. If they move very, very carefully. So once again, that is exactly what it is. Return quietly now and be at peace. So what I feel like over the next 45 days, there is going to be one family member who's probably going to be especially difficult for you to deal with, and they may feel like, they are like an energy vampire. So please make sure you take care of your own energy instead of dealing with them. Someone is behaving stupidly. Yes, someone is clearly, very clearly behaving stupidly. And new home, new attitude. Once again, for a couple of you, decisions relating to a future home may be possible, or your attitude towards a home, whether current or future, is changing. And of course, with the broom, dusting, you have two messages with the same thing. So dusting may be important for you. See, use sage and palo santo around your house, because especially in a house where arguments take place or one person is like behaving rather not nicely, then saging palo santo lets go of the residual energy and fills it with positivity. Yeah, so that's there. An exciting event, so possibly you are going to be attending an exciting event, or maybe an announcement regarding an excitement event is there, so that is there. A deep friendship with someone of the same sex, of course. So somebody who belongs to the same sex, you may develop a friendship with this person and just connecting with them over a phone call or over messaging, that may happen. But a deep friendship is really, really emerging when it comes to your life. And last one, advice from a friend. So maybe a friend will have some advice to give you, and that advice may help you a great deal when it comes to your life. I'll give you messages from Sai Baba in the next 45 days. Let's see what's coming through. Dreams. Okay, write down your dreams. Baba often conveys messages through your dreams. Once again, repeated message about dreams. So especially career related issues, if you want to if you're thinking about, oh, what should I do, then please know that you have to, first of all, trust yourself that you'll be able to make the right decisions. And of course, dream messages may also be possible. And ego. Okay, now your ego may be slightly tricky for you. It may be sometimes that your own ego is like a big thing when it comes to your relationship with your family or a specific loved one, which then results in a certain toxic situation. So please make sure you let go of your ego and you just move away from it. It's a tricky situation sometimes for you, but I'll pray for you. Okay, home. So everything for you in the next 45 days is about your home. And once again, new home, new attitude. You already had a message. Once again, I'm going to be warning you here. If you're working from home, then maybe that may sort of come into conflict with certain family members. Like they want to do something with their home space and you want to do something else, and that is slightly tricky. But remember, your home has to be a place of positive energy. Saging Palo Santo will help you a lot. Okay, so do that. So that will help you make that home into a positive place. And once again, crush negativity. Do not allow negative things to come into your consciousness. Do not allow people to make you negative is also coming forth. Now, I'm going to be giving you letters and numbers for the next 45 days. Let's see. 21, you have 12, you have 5, you have 25, 28, S, D, O, 30, L, N, 10, A, 24, Z, 26, R, E. 6 can be 9 as well. E again, 15, and you have N. Yeah, but overall these are the letters and numbers that are most important for you over the next 45 days. And I wrap this up. I'm going to be leaving you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive for the next 45 days. Let's take a look. We start with our monology as always. Now, For you, pile 2, your dreams need a practical plan. So you may have a lot that you want to do in your life, you may have super ambitions, but unless that is backed with a plan, it may not work out, okay? So please make sure you're sitting down with that pen and paper, writing down what your dream is and making baby steps towards what you can do today to make it happen for yourself. But planning is needed, and after planning, execution is what is needed for you. Yeah, I'll give you your tarot. Okay, remember this: if there are certain difficult situations that you find yourself in, or if you feel like certain situations are leaving you exhausted, they are going to be changing, because times are changing for you, especially when it comes to your work area. Because I feel like the major boost that is coming, it is coming in the area of your work, your studies, your education. You're going to be much more consistent in terms of what you do. You're probably also going to be getting support that you need, but most of all, I feel like the mind that you have is getting so sharp, and it is getting so aware that you realize things, like even though it may be not something that others realize quickly. You're also going to be having a lot more ideas about your future. You may also have multiple dreams, and maybe which is why the message is like, okay, your dreams need to be having a practical plan. Because what happens is, sometimes dreaming is good, but execution wise things get a little tricky. I feel like in the next 45 days there are going to be times where you feel like you want to slow down, where you want to probably take care of yourself, take care of your energy levels, or take care of certain specific issues more than others. But your perspective towards your life in general is changing. Sometimes your attitude towards love is also changing, relationships is also changing. Yeah, it's like you've realized some certain things about maybe your family members, about your loved ones, and you know that okay, maybe this is not how things should be, and this is how it should be. So that is also changing. So the next 45 days are filled with lot of changes for you, and those changes will require you to make very careful choices. Now, of course, you have to make sure in the next 45 days you're consciously taking a step back and making sure you're taking care of your body, okay? Because I feel like certain things relating to your health may crop up, and then you have to take care of it, because otherwise what happens is they get deeper for you. So please make sure relaxing your breathing and slowing down, because that is very important, because healing needs to be a priority for you. So especially health wise, I want you guys to be supremely careful. Be careful about what you eat, and especially avoid foods that are like probably more processed, or if you have a tendency of eating outside a lot more, next 45 days be extra careful, because you need to heal, and then this may take a lot more time than you expected. Yeah, be careful health wise. Now, when it comes to relationships, your relationship with one person, and this person is of the opposite sex, okay, may actually get deeper, or you may feel like, the kind of emotional support that you need in your life, you're getting it from this person, but somebody has your back. Okay, and this person has your back consistently, and this person is not flaky. For a couple of you, this could be like, somebody from your past too. Like probably a friend from your past, or a relationship that you've had in the past comes back to support you, and then you feel like, okay, at least this person has my back. Okay, so that kind of a caring connection is what I'm seeing for you over the next 45 days. But not only like a loving relationship, your friendships are also important. And what may happen is, certain friends that you have in your life now are going to be friends who are going to be through thick and thin. Yeah, so friendship is highlighted for a couple of you. You may also decide to forgive a friend. Okay, probably somebody has like wronged you in the past, and that person may probably come back to apologize to you, and you will be like, okay, let bygones be bygones, let be friends once again. But certain people are in your life to support you at this point of time, so accept their friendship is what I'm going to be telling you. Now, one thing that you have to do is, you have to make sure that you're not hiding behind masks, or hiding about your emotions when it comes to certain people. See, because prior to you are people who are very strong. Okay, mentally you're supremely strong, but sometimes people feel like you're so strong and they expect you to be strong all the time. If you feel like you need help, please make sure you're revealing your innermost thoughts to people instead of making everybody else feel better. Yeah, so please make sure you're not like behaving in a way and saying one thing, because that is not necessary. Just like the joker in the circus, whose job is to make people laugh, but who's probably not happy in themselves. So take care of that. Okay, that's something that you need to understand. Maybe at least with one person you can be honest. Maybe this is a friend, or maybe even this is a person of the opposite sex, but be real with one person about your emotions. Very important. Now, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your education, you need extra information, you need extra knowledge. So especially for my students who are watching me, please make sure you're going into details. You're giving extra hours to your education, you're doing extra research, you're going into depth. Because sometimes what happens is, we just read as much as we should be reading, or we are like, okay, I've read so much, enough. No, get into depths. If you want to be the best in the business, you cannot be average. Okay, so if you're heading towards average, or if you're a student and you're going to be like, oh, I'm only going to be studying this and I'm going to be reviewing the rest, don't do that. See, it may feel like the right thing to do right now, but it's not for the future. Even when it comes to people who are into careers, people who already have jobs, get deeper. It's only people who are aware of things inside out who become like pioneers. I'm going to be shuffling on camera to see what extra information is coming. You will find what you need in the wisdom of your heritage. Okay, now this is a consistent message. So I feel like if you want to find answers, you may want to look at your family. You may want to look at your heritage, your ancestry. Very specific message, but I feel like you need to understand that deeply. Yeah? So research about that if you can. Believe and trust in happiness. So of course, you have to believe that happiness is possible for you. You have to believe that good things come to you, and they will come. Be here always with willing hands and heart. So once again, help somebody else out, and maybe if somebody needs your support, you be their support as well. See, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to relationships, it's never one-way traffic. It's always a two-way thing. So what you give, you have to get as back well, and what you get, you have to give as well. So then you'll probably have long-lasting relationships who last for a lifetime. Listen with care and speak with kindness. Once again, you have to be careful about your speech. You have to be careful about, what the other person is saying, and you have to make sure that you are being heard as well. And take time to cleanse and remove negativity. Now, for a couple of people, what may happen is, you're probably being affected by negative energy, and you have to make sure that you're cleansing yourself all the time, and maybe which is why you have to take some time out to just rest, relax and breathe. Because if your life is being affected by negative energy, everything may be right, but things will still go wrong. Yeah, be careful about that. And what pleases us most shapes us. So once again, you have to reflect on what makes you happy. Okay, because it is what makes you happy that is going to shape your destiny in the future. And that's the easiest part, when it comes to career choices. What makes you happy? Go in that direction. Simple. Yeah, I'll give you blessings when it comes to your tea leaf. Pay attention to your health. As I mentioned before, you have to be in the next 45 days very careful about your health. Yeah, pay attention. Someone new is entering your life. Okay, so this can be a new friend that may come in. This can be a new relationship for a couple of you. But an empty chair is going to be filled. It can be a child as well. Yeah, but somebody new is entering your life. And keep your life in balance. Remember, don't give attention to one thing and one thing only. Everything in balance. So make time for family, make time for friends, make time for happiness, your own happiness most importantly. So a life of balance is necessary. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goal. So when it comes to your work, as I mentioned, just don't do things averagely. Increase your efforts. Okay, study, research, because that may be something that you need to do if you want to be the best. Career, your career area is especially highlighted for you, and I feel like for you, pile too, it's been consistently highlighted. Okay, so pay attention to it, because I feel like now is the time. Yeah, and you are on the road to success and mountain road. It may be a long journey, but it is going to be a journey that is going to be worth it. You're going to be learning a lot. And once again, I want to go back to the message that I gave you. Make sure, even if the road is a long road, you actually take the long road, you do the work, you do it properly, and when you reach the top, nobody can defeat you. Yeah, you have to be the pioneer, you have to be different. That's the message for you. Success is indicated for you. So yes, success is indicated, but you have to put in the effort. Your effort has to increase. You're not doing enough. And romance is in the air. So of course, certain romantic relationships may be possible, and accept this love. Accept this love, because I feel like that is enough that you need. and especially a relationship that starts in friendship and then goes to a relationship, like a romantic relationship, may actually be better for you. And I'll give you messages from Baba and then your letters and numbers. Compassion. So once again, you have to have compassion towards somebody, especially somebody who's suffering or less fortunate than you. Yeah, help somebody. Your mind is very powerful, but you have to make sure that you surrender it to Baba so that he can redirect it in the best way possible. Yeah, you need his help and hard work. Hard work is ahead, of course, but remember, the reason why the hard work is ahead is because you're going to be finding some new dreams, or because you have dreams and you've not made a plan. You have to implement that plan, and no shortcuts, please, okay, because you are the people for the long term, and I don't want your success to be mediocre. Yeah, that's coming. Your letters and your numbers for next 45 days. 6, 9, 26. Are you going through the phase of Saturn? Because when it comes to Saturn, that is what happens. You have to work extra hard and more than necessary, in fact. So for a couple of you whose Saturn position is changing or has recently changed, then that is especially a message for you. I've done an entire reading on Saturn, both Saturn retrograde and 7.5 period of Saturn. I'll leave a link in the description box or in the comment section, whichever way. G, you have J, O, you have L, I, R, you have hat. So wearing a different hat, doing something different, doing something new is also possible. I'll give you a couple of more. 77, E, E again, U, you have 1, N, and you have I. Yeah, but overall these are your letters and numbers for the upcoming week, and as always, as I wrap this up, I'm going to be leaving you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive for the next 45 days. Let's take a look at what's coming through. As always, we start with our moonology. Now, okay, for you pile 3, if things have been especially difficult, you are nearing the end of the tough cycle. Okay, so remember, all the hard work that you're putting in, it is going to be worth it. Times may be tough right now, but they are on their way out. Yeah, and this should give you a lot of relief moving forward. Let's see what your tarot has to say. Okay, 6 of Cups, Chariot, Knight of Pentacles, and 2 of Pentacles. I'm going to call things out right now. Pile 3, the next 45 days are going to be busy, and one of the busiest days of your entire life. Maybe you're going to be having a lot on your plate, lot to do, and not just one thing. You may have to juggle multiple things simultaneously. So maybe you have to take care of your work, you have to take care of studies, your home, your relationships, so all of these things are coming together. But remember this, you'll be able to handle it more effectively if you plan in advance. Before the next 40-45 days begin, sit down and write down everything that you have to accomplish and make a plan around it, because without that, I feel like you're going to be in a little tricky situation. You may also want to make adjustments to certain things. So one thing I'll tell you this, certain ways that you're working or certain ways in which you're approaching certain situations is not working in your favor. So please make sure you change a couple of things, or you change the way you're doing it. Okay, and this message being for the next 45 days becomes all the more useful, because what is going to be happening, things are moving very quickly. You may be at a short for time, and then you have to do things in a hurry. Okay, certain trips are also on the cards for you. Certain long distance trips are also possible. And for a couple of you, if you've been wanting to sort of move to a different place or move to a different country, that may be on the cards for you, or the starting for that may be on the cards for you in the next couple of days. Okay, now for you, there is also an element of nostalgia here. So maybe you're going through past memories, you're connecting with loved ones that you've not not connected with for a very long time, which is making you think about the good old days. And aren't those the best kind of days? Happy memories, of course, is what is coming through, and those happy memories are going to be, leaving your heart filled with a lot of love and compassion. Yeah, that's what's coming through. But busy times, so you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And once again, make sure your life is balanced, and first of all, make sure your own energies are balanced, because what may happen is there may be times where you're very assertive, okay, when you're going to be very aggressive towards things and you're going to say things that are going to be probably very not your nature, and the other times you're going to be going on the flip side and you're going to be like, okay, you're doing things that are not your nature is coming through. Okay, so please make sure you're taking care of your mind and you're taking care of your emotions in the next 45 days, because emotional fluctuations are likely, because remember, you have 2 planets in retrograde, you have Chiron and you also have Saturn, so that may be playing a little bit of role there, but you have to balance your emotions is what is coming through. Now, when it comes to your career, you need more information or you need to upgrade your skills is coming forth. So for you, especially pile 3, you cannot get away from books. Never in your life. You always have to make sure that you're better than the best, and your best comes through books. So for a couple of you, if you want to head back to university or you want to head back to an institution to learn more, that will be helpful. But your involvement with studies, books is going to be much more in the next 45 days than more. So maybe somebody is having an examination, okay? And remember this, as I told you, because there are certain internal fluctuations happening in your life, you're likely to be more rigid than normal. So in which case, flexibility is what is needed for you. So when you're flexible towards others, when you're flexible in your own methodology of doing things, things will get easier for you. Yeah, so flexibility is most necessary. Now, the interesting thing that is showing up for you is there are certain things in yourself, your own emotions, that may act as a bully. So sometimes may happen is, you may be fearful that, okay, this will happen, or sometimes you'll just beat yourself up, I did this, I'm a really bad person, I'm a horrible person. So this is not an external bully in your case. This is you bullying yourself probably, and being really tough on yourself. Okay, so please make sure you're taking care of this. Yeah. And honesty. Now, being honest with yourself and being honest with others is important. But remember this, if you're expecting honesty in your relationship from certain people, then that may not be coming. Certain people may hide certain things for you. Maybe they feel like they are doing you a favor, but don't expect it from others, because you're likely to be disappointed. Okay, a harsh message, I don't feel like giving it normally, but I feel like you need to do this. Okay, so don't expect honesty from others. From yourself you can, because you have to hold yourself different from others. But of course, there is a good news coming your way. So of course, this can come in the form of holiday. This can come in the form of connecting with friends who make you feel like family, who make you feel like home. But there is something beautiful and good that is coming through as well. So the sun is shining in whichever part of the world that you are. Okay, so that's coming through. Success will be found if you hold on to hope. So especially for people who are like really suffering through something, or if you feel like success is not coming easily to you, hold on to hope, because it is your hope that will take you more towards the success that you need. Yeah, so don't give up. It is the end of a tough cycle. The future is sometimes lost in the wanderings of yesterday. So once again, with the bully aspect and with the balance aspect, so what may be happening, you may be beating yourself up for something that happened in the past, or some mistake you did in the past, and you were like, oh, I wish I did not do that. But that never helps. The past is gone. It's like water under the bridge. Focus on the present, focus on the future. So don't be very nostalgic and don't be there for a long time. Your intentions and heart deserve to be known. Once again, going with a message of honesty. Being honest will help you, but I don't know if it is going to be accepted by the other person. Okay, because sometimes people are not ready to listen to the truth, or maybe your truth makes them feel uncomfortable. That is possible. Yeah, but you can speak your truth. Yeah, just don't expect a lot. Stand still for now and listen to your life. Now, most importantly, you have to listen to yourself. You have to reflect. Life is trying to teach you something. Are you learning? Is something that, remains undecided for now. Yeah, but be gentle with yourself for the next 45 days. Yeah, I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself. You're being a bully to yourself, which is never a good thing. News is on the way. Of course, this can be a letter, an email, a visa letter, maybe possible, but news from far away is on the cards. A time to go out and have fun. Okay, so you have to go out and have fun with your friends and family. Maybe eat something that you really want to eat, but have a good time. Yeah, very important. Good advice from a wise person. So if you need advice, somebody may actually give it to you. Yeah, so just listen to that advice. Okay, listen to it. Pay attention to your work. Okay, remember, you may have to work extra hard, but you have to pay attention to your work. Okay, and success is assured if you work hard, so please take care of that. Compliments from an admirer. Okay, so somebody is admiring you, so you have a secret admirer and somebody really likes you is what's coming forth. If you know who this person is, find out and tell me. A light-hearted carefree time, so maybe you are going to be going on a holiday, or a short hangout with friends or family, so that is there. Light-hearted carefree time is also indicated, and especially with the sun showing up, yes, the trips are likely. Don't lower your standards. I told you, honesty when it comes to relationships, being honest in general as a person, give honesty. Don't expect in return, because remember, your standards are high. So don't lower your standards because somebody else is not giving you that. Yeah, important. And I'll give you messages from Baba. Let's see what Baba has to advise you. There shall be, okay, wow. As I mentioned in the very first one, it's the end of a tough cycle, and as the cycle comes to an end, you'll find the solution to your problem. Telepathy, Baba can communicate with anyone, anytime, anywhere. Look for signs. And with telepathy, it comes on its own. It's something that you cannot force. Because I had a question in my, last video, that how can you sort of start that telepathy? See, telepathy can come through meditation if you're deeply connected through it, or it can come from anywhere. See, telepathy can also be like, you're hoping to look for an answer and you listen to a song on the radio, or somebody comes and tells you just the right thing, or you listen to a video and you get the answer. So telepathy is just science, okay? Through meditation, of course, especially with an ascended master or with your own guru, that is very likely. Yeah, you cannot force it though, that is there. Do not doubt. So don't doubt the power of Baba. See, when life is tough, we always have our doubts whether the divinity exists, whether the divinity hates you. It's never the case. See, life comes in cycles. There will be good times, there will be times that are not so good, but you have to learn to be even-minded and not give up on your belief in the higher power. That's most important. And see, you're going to be getting help. So any kind of help you need, especially if you're going through difficulties, you will get it, and there will be a solution to your problem. Let's look at your letters and their numbers. And you may find your name or your initials, and if you do, I'll be more than happy to hear about it. Oh. Your date of birth actually can help you find which reading is actually right for you. So that's also there. 28, 44, T, L. Law of attraction, LOA, once again. Manifestations, once again. So if you're dreaming of something, if you want something to happen, then somebody is going to help that manifestation come true. Okay, that's a message. I love it when things work out like that. E 1 31 69 30 H R. You have a road. So maybe somebody is going on a road trip, maybe possible. So safe journey if you are. Enjoy yourself. And oh, light-hearted carefree time. So maybe somebody is going on a trip. Yeah, so that's there. And O M. You have to listen, okay? You have to listen. Maybe listening to what somebody else is trying to tell you, or once again telepathy, okay? Listen. In meditation, listen. That's most important. 21. You have T, D, and you have T. So have yourself a good cup of tea. And if you can have it when you listen to me, nothing can beat it. 7 and D. Yeah, but overall these are your letters and numbers for the upcoming 45 days. And as always, as I wrap this up, I'm going to be leaving you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.